we could have made bank. All those victims that think I'm rolling in dough, no, I may be rolling in pennies, but no, there's no type of dough. There's no bread. There's no Prego sauce. There's no nothing. There's none of that. It's not what you think. So start realizing what you see. Stop letting things ruin your perception and twist your reality, because that's how you've been trained and programmed for decades. These tactics are getting old. Don't you realize that? Everywhere, the tactics are sincerely getting old. You sitting here, you listening, shit, even if you're one of our enemies, you've been sitting here for a minute. I know there's some people that's like, I sat by just to watch. You sitting here, you're learning something. I bet you if it happened to you, you'd be a different person. Because even though you hate me and you sitting here for a reason that you just, because you can't do anything because misery loves company and I guess I'm your company, hey, I think that's fine. At least you'll learn something. And God forbid it was you, you'll have a way to do something about it. That's all I give a shit about. I've told you that from the start. This army has never been just about me. It's this situation that we have went through has never ever been just about me. That's not how this works. So 90s Nation News are everyday people that do put organizations, foundations to shame. So there's that. Again, there's no white hats for us. What you are about to see, there's no money involved. People should be volunteering their time for the truth. People should be standing up and doing whatever they need to do for the truth. That's the way, that's the American way it used to be. It was supposed to be. People are so greedy nowadays. People are so money hungry that they can't do anything unless it has any type of selfish gain for them. We have talked to producers. We've talked to directors. We've talked to people who wanted to do docuseries and jump in the car with us and follow us around, but not at one point did they talk about safety. And I was like, listen, if one of your little producers get hurt or get scared, what happens with that? Even though you guys offered to drive with us, what happens with that? How does that work for an actual docuseries? How does that work? And we don't know. We would have to sign contracts. I'm not signing contracts because your ass gets scared of the truth. Then it was, well, we'll just leave you and then we'll call you back when something's wrong and then we'll come to you. That's not the way this works. When all hell breaks loose, we can't call a producer and say, hey, all hell is breaking loose right now. You think you can meet us about, 2 hours away and get some cameras out and record this? That's not the way that works. So no, that's not reality for us. And I told those people, I said, hey, if you're around when we can get on whatever side of this, end of this, and you still have that same offer, then thank you. But right now, no. A musical called, same thing. We can do this, we can do that, we can do this. But did one person ask about safety? No. Somebody asked for a movie. Somebody asked for a book deal. People called us for music because they know that we can do all of it. We ain't no one-trick pony, baby. You gonna see. It's more like 1,001. So, and then I told them, if you guys are around when at the end of this, then yes, that's beautiful offers. Thank you so much. But now at one point, we've been called for live events. Let's do a live event. Can we do a meet and greet after? What if we set up a vendor? Now at one point, did anybody say, what about safety? How are we getting you inside and out? What are we going to do to make sure that you stay safe the whole time? Is anybody going to think about the exits and the entrances? How many people do we need to make sure that is around you and moving with you so that you get from point A to point B okay? Because we know that when you walk into a gas station, there's problems. We know that we're not talking just about a little situation. And if we do something, we damn sure got to do it in a carry state. So nobody asked about those questions. So what do? No, thank you. But thank you. It's not time for that. It's not time for merch. It's not time for t-shirts. I want to put a few people on a t-shirt, but I can't. It's not legal. I'd put a few people on a t-shirt and sell those fools fast, but I can't do that. That's not legal. Can't fake my death either. It doesn't run in the family. It doesn't work like that. It's not cheap either, especially when you're not elite and when you got a number on your head. It don't work like that. And it, like I said, it don't run in the family. Do you have any comments about Q, Mother?
I really hope all that Q stuff is true, but that doesn't change anything about my day. I think it did a good job getting people to start questioning and start looking at things different, start connecting dots that needed to be connected. But at the end of the day, nobody should be sitting around waiting for that. That shouldn't change your course of action. That shouldn't have you sitting on the couch waiting for somebody to do something. If it happens, great. If not, you should still be in the streets. You should still be moving for the kids. You should still be in this fight.
I agree with some of the things that I've heard from Q. I agree. It did become a great topic of conversation for people to start going down the rabbit hole, or at least acknowledge that the rabbit hole existed. I agree with that. Do I know that it's real? No. Honestly, no. All I know is from what I've seen, just like you. So.
I usually side-eye anything that seems too good to be true, but I'm also very hopeful that it will be. But that doesn't change what I'm going to do today, and it doesn't change what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Heidi, honey, you said you've been following for 2 years, and you've yet to see some. You've yet to pay attention. Because, no, you've seen it. You're just not, you just haven't acknowledged what you've seen, and you don't know what you're looking at. So, no, Heidi, honey, you have seen information. I'm going to correct you. You have seen it. You're the one who's not realizing what you've seen, and you're probably not. It's probably going through one ear, through your mind, and not to your heart. That's the problem. This, gotta connect to this, gotta connect to this, and then we'll be fine. So, Heidi, maybe you should go back. If you followed me for 2 years, then you know damn well I'm not playing with you. You probably should go back, Heidi. And with all due respect, I'm not putting up with any more bullshit. It is time for people to choose a side. What you're about to see, you've already seen a lot. You've seen more than a lot. You've seen some things that you don't even know you're looking at. I've put out paperwork. I've put out concrete evidence. I've handed it over and people blocked it because they felt like, hey, that wasn't enough. We only had 20 minutes. My life has not happened in 20 minutes. You think that this series is going to run smooth? It won't, because that's not my life. I can't just hand you that shit easy and line it up for you either, because have you seen it yet? My life doesn't run smooth. Do you think I can smoothly hand you the shit and you can follow it easy? No. So, no, you've seen it. You just don't know what you're looking at, and half of it you haven't paid attention to. That's why I keep saying y'all don't hear me. That's why I keep saying a lot of you don't hear me. I've put it right in front of you several thousand times, and y'all have just swoop. Since the second we came out, just swoop. Since November. Before that. If you knew me as a choreographer before that, I've put it out. I've said it. I've put it out in everybody's faces. I have walked around and said it. We have literally been standing right here in the middle of people like Chicken fucking Little. Why do you think I'm so angry, Heidi? think my anger comes from nowhere? Why do you think my mother is so tired? Why do you think that we have resulted to this? Why do you think that we have a chain of evidence that we don't know who to give it to? Do you understand that it's so deep that when you finally realize how deep this goes, you still won't be able to wrap your head around it. It will make you sick. It should make you angry to the point that you can't even see straight. To know that this is what your United States government is guilty of for a very long time. Aside from people wanting me to share child porn of myself, that's the only thing that you're missing. And even when I put that out and I covered everything, that wasn't enough. R. Kelly was arrested, and you got people saying free R. Kelly. That wasn't enough. You know that he has trafficked children. You know that he is guilty of rape, and you got people arguing over he's in jail because he's a celebrity, and so many people have listened to his music for so long that you have accepted the image that he has drawn for you. So for that, you feel like you know him. Same thing with Bob Saget. Everybody, he can't be. No. Those jokes about the Olsen twins being raped by all those comedians were just a joke. But Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock for just making a G.I. Jane joke. And everybody was, that was okay, that was so rude. It's not rude. It's not rude to joke about raping children. But people felt like he made such a great image for himself on Full House. That he's so sweet, there's no way. And I worship him. I've watched him for years. I know that for a fact because I watched his scripted character. Not his real character, his scripted character. I have put so much out in front of everybody, and it's just been like, whoop, whoop. You see what you want to see. So now we're going to force you to, we're going to push your ass down that rabbit hole when it comes down to the series. And after that, you make your choice. And don't blame that shit on me. And any other survivor, that's on you. And you can run as far as you want and try to be in denial and swear up and down that you don't want to deal with it and swear up and down that it's way too much for you. But no matter where you run, it is everywhere. And it's not too personal until it affects you, apparently. So then you got to get your shit together. You're the problem. Come on now. There's some things that people just don't get it. They're like, oh, things are redacted. Have you not seen people get fake charges? Have you not seen the people that actually do the right thing go to jail for nothing? Have you not seen that? Do you not realize that there's some information that I can't post unless I'm dead? Because somebody would try to rig that because the system is rigged. So when you go to court, when you go to family court, and you have the evidence that you absolutely need of child abuse, family court runs off of families, especially children. Where do you think they get their check from? So if there is a troubled kid somewhere, do you think they're going to hand them back in the best interest? Because what does that stop? Their money. Paycheck slows down if there's no troubled children. So what do? They run in the favor of the person that's abusing the child. And they put the other parent through hell. Or the person that's fighting for them through hell. They can't have them. Whether you're a good foster parent, a good adoptive parent, a good biological parent, you will never try to, it will be hell to get them back. You will lose everything. Your home, damn near your sanity. Trying to figure that shit out. Because in reality, you're messing with the corrupt courts. And that's where they get their money. You could have evidence of sexual assault. You could have evidence of physical abuse. You could have all the evidence out the yin yang. That won't matter. Where does their paycheck come from? You think that the justice system is not rigged just the same? Ghislaine Maxwell got 20 years. And nobody has released her clients. Why are they being protected? You don't think there's other people that stand in line to protect them? And we're not just talking about elites. They're all around you. Why do you think that everybody that ends up trying to deal with a court case or trying to tell on somebody gets killed or Clinton by a FedEx man, a trash man? Why do you think that is? Where do you think that comes from? Who do you think caused those shots? How do you think they get the things that they need in order to play off this character to do the things that they need to do? Judges on the case, who are they killed by? People magically suicided right before they were going to turn in evidence. Who were they killed by? Were they suicidal before? Do you think it was an accident? Do people just come up missing? Is that a thing? Put your fucking common sense together. Good Lord, have mercy. People are fucking painful, so put your common sense together. Does 911 come on time when you call them? Do police officers get arrested for sexual assault? How many people that you know get a slap on the wrist for murder versus go to jail for weed? Or for nothing? You think that the justice system is fair enough that I can hand you all of it? Without you reading between the lines? Handed a lot. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. Get your fucking shit together. If you honestly think that, and you're like, well, I mean, all this evidence just turned over to the police, right? There's got to be one. So you think that I'm just going to find that right one? I'm just going to call it to the police like, hey, can I get your best cop? Not the crooked one. Not the Brotherhood one. But can I get the best one? Is that possible? Can I meet with him ASAP? And then while we're at it, even though his job is not to pass this on, can he handle everything? And I'm going to hand him everything. That's like saying, hey, I know that there's a great host at Applebee's, the restaurant. It's a great host. Great host. She will help you with everything. No, she won't. No, she won't. Does the restaurant just involve a host? No, it involves a server. It involves a cooker. It involves a manager. All hands on deck, right? So how do you think? Can you get mad at the host for cooking your food wrong? Can you go to the host of the restaurant and say, hey, my food is cold? That's not their fucking problem, is it? But hey, they did help you sit down. They did help you find a table. They did help you get inside the restaurant. They did that part. They now have to hand it off to someone else to do the next part. Here comes your server. They're going to take the order for your food. We're going to take the order for your food to the kitchen and give it to the chef. And then we're going to take, the chef is going to give your food to the food runners, and they're going to bring your food out to you. So let me help you for those who don't get it. You need that layman terms common sense because you can't get your shit together. I'm not just going to be able to call up a cop and say, hey, can you just take care of this? Because that's not their fucking place. They have to hand it over. And guess what? You might hand it to a Brotherhood cop. You're going to put it eventually in the wrong hands. You can't just hand it to one person. That's not always just their job. That's how that shit works. So for those of you who are believing, just hand it over. That one person is just going to take care of it. No, they're not. Have you ever seen a movie roll? Have you ever seen the credits roll at the end of a movie? Do you see that it says photographer 1, photographer of costume, photographer of this, photographer of that? Do you see how it says director, co-director, executive director? Do you see how it says producer, producer 1, producer 2? Do you see how it says camera 1, camera 2, camera 3? You can't blame the director for not getting something on the camera if that wasn't their job. So with all that explaining, with me helping you with that layman terms analogy, let's put the reality of things together for those who think that we're just going to hand this over to someone and everything is going to be absolutely fine. Everything's going to end. The sky is going to stop falling. Because we didn't think of that when I was 3 months old. And we definitely didn't think about that the time in foster care. Didn't think about that the 10 years my mom had me either. Come on, y'all. Common sense. It's not always common, but common sense. Don't be painful. I feel for your family if you're that painful. Thank you. Thank you. Someone said that's why she had to gradually drop information, because if I would have came right out with things, you wouldn't have even believed me. Y'all would have passed my ass off. If I would have told you everything, absolutely everything that I'm about to tell you, you would have just, all right, next, scrolling, that's enough. You wouldn't have heard me at all. You barely, some of you still barely hear me. You've been following for 2 years. Some of you still don't get it. Some of you still don't see what's right in front of you. Because you're too busy looking at something else. Too busy to get distracted by something else. You are probably the reason why some of you missed the hardcore, concrete evidence that's been dropped and still up on a lot of my platforms is because you were probably too concerned with some drama-based fight that somebody was using my name for money for. That's probably why. You're probably too invested in that. With the back and forth. That's why they do that shit. Because once people start seeing what they're seeing and like, hold up, is this a police report? Hold up, is this redacted for legal reasons? Hold up, is this what I think it is? Then somebody's like, hey, by the way, I just wanted to say, Alan Carter's mom is a hammer. Oh my God, everybody's starting to realize the truth. Wait, no, I'm just kidding. No, she's a great parent. Wait, no, I'm just kidding. Now she's her lover. Squirrel. That's what happens. So I bet you that's when you missed it. Jesus almighty. People wonder why I'm so angry. People wonder why we're so angry. I haven't changed for 2 seconds. Nothing that I have said has changed. A lot of people have, though. You're the truth tellers. A lot of things they say have changed. On a dime. That's right. She can tell you what she's about to handle. Somebody said Brandy said Allie Carter's mom's about to handle some shit. That's exactly. I gave her a green light that she's been waiting for over 10 years. We about to get into some shit. And there's no stopping her now because I already gave the green light, so there's no taking it back.
Takes you back, sis.
No taking. Y'all know how I feel about that red light. Red light. So, yeah. Pay attention. But just pay attention. I can't give it to you all in this one video. Instagram and Facebook will cut me off. There's only an hour on timer on Instagram. This has been my life for my whole life. I am 28 years old. Legally. Well, for the first signed birth certificate. Kind of. There was that small mix-up. You know, when the nurse signed for me. Shift change. Whoops. Just messed up that number there on the 94. It's not funny. Coping mechanism. This is the way I deal with my shits. This is the only way I can deal with my shit, okay? So, we gotta go. But please continue to pray for us. We're going back. We're grabbing some video footage. Like I said, hey, Sin, you got a week. Why don't you start pointing the finger at the right person you told me you'd give me the information for? And don't try me, bitch. Don't try me. You got a week. Don't fuck with me. You know I'm not playing with you. Sin. You know me. I ain't playing with you. Me personally. I'm not playing. Me. I'm not playing. So, You got a week. Choose wisely. TikTok. I'll put up a timer just in case you forgot. She got a week. Point the finger at the right person, and maybe I'll go easy on you. I'll make some adjustments. You know, I'll be nice. I've changed. I have changed. 1 week. We will talk to y'all sooner than later. And we're gonna go on Telegram in a little bit. So if you don't have that link, the link is in the bio. We'll be on Telegram in a little bit, answer some questions and talk about some things. Hopefully we can try to get it streamed on here. So pay attention. We're about to finish up this filming, and then we're about to let it all loose. I won't deny it. I'm a straight ride. You don't want to fuck with me. Got the police running after me. But you can't do nothing to a G. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. But you can't do nothing to a G. I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. I got ambitions as a rider. Huh, Daddy? I'll talk to y'all soon.